we have a really serious matter to attend, and it is The Best Laid Plans by Sidney Sheldon. There's the book. I have only one note in here, and it's a really weird one, but I want to show it to you. It's the page where they have the... Give me a second. Let's continue. I have only one note, and that is page 97. It is for the word methylene-deoxymethamphetamine. That. Why? Because it was long. It's twice the book. It's so important for the sujet, for the plot, for the line. We're never gonna have a good start, will we? It is a kind of rough and weird beginning for the book. I want to say like, but I'm gonna do better. No, I cannot promise that. I may start it weird each time. Anyway, I know I have a lot of warnings, a lot of please be careful, and all that kind of stuff. I hope you like the video. I know it is a lot of trouble. Skip it. I told you last time. Want to skip it? Skip it. Don't want to watch it? Don't watch it. I mean, 13 views is a lot compared to some stuff, but you don't have to. No, I mean, I don't want to push you. Anyway, there's the book. The first thing we're going to talk about is the cover. I know. Sidney Sheldon, the author. It's not a must one. I had one book, I think I have it over there, that had it in big letters all over here. But anyway, it's not that bad. It's the safe cover, the one you can take off. There's a lot of books like that, yeah. Most of the books. Put it back on. I have planned for 4 books for today. I'm reading 2 more, which are probably going to be for the next month. I read a lot electronic books, so I have to go to library and take the books physical because I wanted to film Avatar. That was my plan, and it is still. I have the book from the library right now. It is so bad. I tried, but I deleted the footage because I'm sitting there trying to say something and I don't have nothing about it. So I did not film it because I'm sitting here trying to read it from my laptop, which is over there, and I'm over here. It's pretty far away. I mean, I have a good vision, but I'm not good at reading whatever is far away. So yeah, it wasn't the best. Anyway, not the book we're talking about, but you can expect that video. I mean, I've said the name, it's a novel. I try to do my best to look something like a main character in the book, and I'm gonna do it often. My mom accidentally bought things for the elf ears, so I'm gonna do some elf ears for the Akadosh thing, for the fate. Chances are, I think so. But yeah, you can expect that too. Maybe you watched it first before this one, maybe you haven't. If you haven't, go watch it. Maybe it's not there, so you can wait for a couple days and it's gonna be there, and you expect it. It's gonna be nice. On the back it says, he wanted power, she wanted revenge. I do have spoilers, obviously, but I think the first thing we're gonna do is talk about the non-spoiler part. I have a plan and I'm gonna need to take it out, so yeah. I am an easy person who uses notebooks. So I have a plan for the book. The first thing we're gonna talk about is the cover and annotation. And this video is gonna be probably the worst one, and it is non-popular book. I know it. I was shocked when I saw no like fan arts for this one. When I tried to make the look, it was so weird for me because usually every book has it. I feel like every book has it, but mostly I guess it's romance. And this one didn't. We can make some. I can make some. It may not be the best, but we can make it. Anyway, book cover. There's the face. It was really hard to make something. So the only thing I relied on is how she behaves. There is a guy and a female, but I'm a female, so I went for the female main character. What can I say? I like it. It's minimalism, which is really popular. There were different kind of book covers where there were more details about it, more of a person. I think it was a film, and if it was, it would be really like nice to see it. I haven't, but there was a cover with a more female, more face, and the hair was seen and not his hair, so it's not bad. The thing I noticed really weird for me, but I also like it, is the White House in the eye, which also talks about the plot. Annotation. It was a simple, optimistic statement without the slightest portent of the dramatic chain of events that was about to occur. The best laid plans told the explosive story of the beautiful and ambitious Leslie Stewart, who learns that for some men, power is the greatest aphrodisiac, and of Oliver Russell, the handsome governor of a small southern state, who finds out why hell has no fury like a woman scorned. It was the unexpected twists and turns that are the hallmarks of his mega best-selling novels. Sidney Sheldon spins a tale of two equally determined people heeled on a collision course. Oliver has a strategy to win the White House. Leslie has a scheme to make him regret that he was born. Has a scheme to make him wish he'd never been born. Same thing. They both should have known that even the best laid plans can go dangerously astray, with deadly consequences. The best laid plans took readers inside of two of America's most powerful and ruthless institutions. The world of politics with its scandals, corruption, and cover-ups, and that of newspaper publishings. There is not unusual to use where it is not. That's what I read wrong. God. Where it is not unusual to use the power of the press to destroy lives or bring down heads of state in pursuit of a story or to settle a score. In short, she wants to. Well, they were together, they broke up. He wants to be president, she wants him to regret being alive. That's the thing. What else they said in the annotation? He goes into politics, she goes to a newspaper. That's that. Maybe a spoiler. Annotation is always a spoiler, which is why I don't read it, which is not the best thing to do. Okay, so positive stuff. I do like the book cover. Yeah, that's positive. There is a lot more, but there's no spoilers. It's hard to tell. In order, like, not dividing it. Writer's opinion, reader's opinion. Writer opinion is not the way we had it in English class, that how you're supposed to do it, all that. I mean, kind of, but not really. So, negative stuff. I don't know. It was hard to tell. I mean, it is an old book. It has some themes that you may not be interested to discuss. It is about some crime, there was some murders, there was an intimate scene, but there is nothing like explicit, not really. I mean, there is one really weird one, which you may not like, but it's pretty good. It was like 2 pages maybe. I was confused, but that's that. It wasn't Hunting Line Love. No, not even close. Oh, negative thing. There was a new book with the same name. So when I was looking for this one, I found a different one, and I was like, "What is that?" Somebody did with their best laid plans, but as I understand, it was a smart book. I know. I mean it. From that, out of like without spoilers, chances are, if you're interested in the good book, you'll like it. It's written well. Yes, it is. It may not be interesting for some people, but it was written well. That's what I mean when I say reader's opinion and writer's opinion. As a reader, you don't care if it was written well. You're interested in the plot. That's what you care about. Like imagery, no imagery, that can be fine. No, what else is there? I'm not sure actually. Anyway, if something was not used right, if there's something lacking, if there's a plot holes, that's what the reader cares about the most. And with that, it's a pretty good book. I mean, if there was or were any of the plot holes, I didn't notice it. I didn't. I just got through it. I started it maybe twice and I finished it really hard. Like it was a long period of time. But in general, it was not that bad. I don't know where I got it. And I would need to check the dates I was reading it. I don't think I have it. But I mean I will check the book journey, the writing journey. If I have it, I'm gonna put it in somewhere. It was hard as a first book. It was really weird and it took a long time. And it's not just romance that what they met and pretty much that's it. And everything else they in bed most of the time. No, it's not that kind of stuff. So yeah, it goes a little bit slowly. If you're gonna read teenage books, romances, they also don't have it. So they can go slowly, but it also got interesting closer to the end. The thing I also can say, the negative maybe, it was multiple plots, which is good in most of the books. There's supposed to be the main plot, something happening, and there is something else, the secondary couple, the secondary plot, and all of that. And it's good for the book as a writer. It's not really good for the reader sometimes because it can be boring and you're like, why do I care about it? Why do we have it in here? We had that. So if you want a good book, if you're more like a writer and you're interested to read a good book to like understand how you're supposed to write, what this good book looks like, read it. It's real nice. It's not bad. The book is from I think 90s. I supposed to say something. I don't like when they do this because there's a lot of pages. Oh, found it. Yes? Yes. 1997. I don't know if it was printed because it looks like copyright, which when it was written, and 1997. So yeah, 1997. That's when the book is from. So they do talk about stuff that maybe right now is a little bit inappropriate because they're more respectful. There were nothing about black people. Maybe we had some person black, if I would remember, because I don't. Usually, even if it's black people, I don't visualize them as black. I know it's bad, but for some, I don't have that many people around me black. Maybe that's the reason. I cannot tell you for sure. The thing is, I don't remember any. Could be, absolutely. I mean, maybe there was. Maybe it wasn't their family and I just forgot about it. But, as a writer, it is a good example of how you're supposed to write. He does it well. He has more books. I have a book with 3 books in it. That one, like a collection or something. I don't think I remember it. Anyway, I do have it. So I will read it in some time. We're gonna have a book review. I mean, I plan to, so we should. I don't like how it looks. Good. So yeah, if you want an example, good. If you're interested in, I'm not sure what it is even about. I don't think it says, but I gotta check because as for me, there was a romance, but it is not a romance book because they broke up and she's angry and he just goes to the future. It is and fiction. That's what I was taught. No, it's not fan fiction. It's fictional. Yes. It's first edition. Oh, cool. I'm not sure. It is not romance because it's after romance, so they broke up. I wouldn't say it was the crime, but that was the main thing they were talking about. There was a crime, and they were dealing with it, and she used it against him, and it looked like he had something to do with it. So in the end, they had a good plot twist, but in general, it was bad. Anyway, so the next thing we have is summary. What was happening in the book. So yeah, they're gonna be spoilers. Then I'm gonna talk about the reader's review, or how you're gonna feel about all of it, and then writers with spoilers. So if you want to skip it, you're gonna need to skip it maybe 20 minutes or something. I'll try to put the marks I've seen on video. I don't know how to do them yet, so I'm gonna try to do it because it's the first video. I was supposed to do it on the previous one and I haven't. I know. Anyway, don't want no spoilers, skip it till I say good or bad, which I have said pretty much. So you don't have to finish the video. Anyway. So the summary of the book. What was happening? I should remember the entire thing. I may skip something because I want to fit it in like 40 minutes, which I already haven't done. I don't think I have. Maybe I have. Anyway. So the first thing that happened, she says, the diary that was in the beginning, this morning I met the man I'm going to marry. That's what she thought. And this is what we have on the first page. The first chapter we have is her meeting the guy. Leslie Stewart meeting the Oliver Russell. They had some good time, they had some discussion. One day he brought ecstasy, the liquid ecstasy, which is gonna be connected later on. And he was like, what? Oh, I got a friend. He gave it to me. Wanna try? And she was like, no, throw it out. He went out. That's all we know. A couple days later, they found a girl. It was like from a different perspective. They found a girl who died from this thing. And she got in coma. So, you know, we all know what it means, right? The next thing we know, after they broke up, which I don't remember the reason. I don't know if they said something like that. Her father had left her. I remember the most significant parts. That was them. They had been together. They had drugs involved. He was supposed to leave it, and then they broke up. The reason, I don't remember. Maybe I'll find something. I know it's really bad, and I'm trying my best right now. I've done my research, but I have not. And you know what? I'm gonna do a short thing. Is it turned on? Okay, so I found the summary because I want to be checked. And as I found, I don't think it's saying anything about it. In the novel, an elegant and attractive lady. What is it? What is this? Les Stewart, that's the name, is public relations and advertising. Oh, okay. One day she finds a client. One day at work, she finds a client, Oliver Russell, which is our main character, who wants them to help him run for the governor of Kentucky. There was a billboard on television, but all that has been stopped and he's down to the polls. So he's not gonna get in there, and he had trouble. And as I remember, he had a meeting with the president or somebody in the government. It was after they broke up. I'm trying to read it, I'm trying to find everything. Chapter, it's not in this. In no time, both Leslie and Oliver begin to love each other, and at the climax of their love, Oliver proposes to her and Leslie accepts because she's in love with him after she just saw him. Not the best story. Then both of them are making arrangements for their wedding. Leslie orders a wedding gown and chooses a maid of honor. Oliver, in turn, does his shopping for the wedding and selects his best men. Guests are all invited and they are due to be married at the Calvary Chapel Church. In the meantime, Oliver comes up with the news that he has to be in Paris for urgent business. Leslie is pretty anxious. She doesn't hear from him for days, but the AI towers. Okay. Ah. And one day after marriage, she gets a call from AI Towers. All tower. It doesn't say all. I guess it's AI. Associated Press calls her to get a quote from her now that Oliver is married to Senator Todd David's daughter in Paris. And that's the thing. So they didn't broke up, which is why I don't remember, because they didn't broke up. He was with this Senator Todd Davis. And I remember what they were talking about. One day he comes to him. He's like, I want to be the president. I'm in trouble. They get a talk. They get him to marry. The dude has money. The dude is in the government, and some arrangements made. They get married, and Oliver Russell is that close to getting it. Closer to the end, he does get it. I mean, not closer to the end, maybe closer to the half of it, which is gonna make the main plot. He gets it. He becomes the president. And while he becomes the president, she's looking the way to get rich. He finds all of the press. She bought one, she bought another one. She gets a lot of newspaper. What she's gonna do, she's gonna follow each move of the president. She's gonna search everything, find every single reason to get him in trouble. And she does it. At the end, she actually succeeds, which is the first one. There was the liquid ecstasy he had told her, like, hey, we're gonna try it out. There was a girl that got in coma that was covered by the president, and what she suspects is that he had something to do with her getting in coma and then dying because he covered it. That's the murder. There was a different one in a hotel, which is where the weird scene is from. And a little bit before that, the girl that died, and then hold on, wrong? Yeah, wrong, not number. That was controversial. She called the White House, which is like, oh, the White House. She was supposed to meet someone. I think was the president. So what she thought, he had been a pedophile because the girl wasn't even 16. So what do we have after they found the girl in the hotel? We are searching. Who is that? Who's doing that? She calls people to find it. There's another thing that asks people to find it. The president is all covering. He's all hiding. He's like, I'm not here. I don't know anything about it. I have not been in any contact. What we find out by the end, obviously find out whose murder is, and it is not the president. There is a different plot, which is what I have been talking about. There is a second plot in it. There is a war, probably Iraq or something like that. I don't remember the place. Maybe it says it. Well, it's more about a family. Oh God. I don't see nothing else in there. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. No. 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 I have a cat in here. Right. Oh God, no. God Lord. She's gonna turn off the light. There's her. Ты мне что-то не испачкаешь. black pants on, so they'll make them dirty, and which is I'm not interested in. So we're gonna continue it after a little break, thanks to my cat. If you're wondering, her name is Nasha. I know, we don't have easy names in our family. Anyway, they broke up, there was a war, there was a female who gets there, she's like a reporter, she does all the filming. Oh my god, there is a war, guys. Like, gunshot, she meets a little child, and she's like, oh, he's really nice. So, at the end, she gets stuck in there, the president gets like called, and he calls to get her out. After that, there's something good, they save kids, so she adopts the kid. Apparently they had no parents or something. And the ending is not an open, which I'm really glad, because before that I read a book with a open ending. I believe that's what it's called. It was awful. I mean it. I totally do. It was off of the game trilogy, which I may do it. I may not. I'm not sure. Anyway, what I'm talking about, it was so weird. I'm absolutely mean it. It was so weird when they had an open ending. As I've read, the author wanted to do one more chapter, like one more book, and she didn't, which is what really bad. I cried because I don't know, it just broke me. It was really bad. So if you don't like an open ending, don't finish it. You can read it. It's pretty good. I mean, not really well, but I liked it. At that point, it was good. So yeah. I also read another book, not the open ending, but which is why I'm talking. This book is really good. I want you to understand it, because I've read bad books, and when I read it, I was like, oh my god, are you serious? This kind of stuff exists? Yeah. Burned sounds country. Anyway, it was a book. Burned, also don't read it. Awful, disgusting. The ending makes no sense. There is no specific ending. There is no secondary plot. There is no first plot either. Which this one, it has it. Yep, the war, the girl, I think she has a boyfriend. So when she comes back from this place, the war, she gets a boyfriend, and they talk about it, and she's like, oh, there was a nice kid, and then she's gonna adopt him, and they have a good family. The president gets him. He stays the president because it was proven there was a television made about who was the actual murderer. They caught him. Really weird situation, but she kind of visited his mom, and then they had it, and he was about to attack them, and somehow the television, there was something, the camera, and she turned it on so everybody could see who's walking in, who's the murderer. Yep. And he could see himself on the TV. It was cool, but weird. It wasn't. So, what I loved about this book, as a reader, he done more than one plot, and he finished all of them. There was a person, she wanted revenge. It was really weird at some points that she was trying, she didn't care. And when they said, like, don't do it, it's gonna ruin the company, don't do it, it just doesn't make sense, she was like, I don't care, and she did it. And as much as it was really close, and it sounded like a truth to me, which is a good thing he did as a writer, Sidney Sheldon. But she failed, because it was a lie. And she told everybody lie, which they found out about, which made her a fool. And she didn't like it by stars or something. Analyzing, and then she was made a fool. And maybe, as a male writer, it would be sexist. Because like, oh yeah, the man looks so bad, but he's like good, he did, and all that. But the reality is, she knew something could be bad. And yet she did it, which is basic, which is everywhere. It's always like, you're gonna be dead, and you're trying to avoid it the best way. But you get in the situation because you were trying to avoid it. So if you're in the future, there's no way to avoid it. All you can do is just know about it. So, if choosing how to die or when, I would choose when. Because at least before the time, I will be able to do all I can. I'm not sure why it happened, but it happened. And the last page, it was calm. Because there's that family, there's that female, her husband or boyfriend, I'm not sure. I think it's her husband, the little child, the little guy they had. So everything was finished, everything was good. As writer, he's good. He explains, he shows everything. As for a reader, told you, pretty good. Maybe not to your liking because not everybody likes everything. But if you like books, you can try it. It was pretty good. The other thing we have after the summary, which was, I mean, weird maybe. I tried to cut it, which you probably have done, and do my best because for some reason I cannot read off loud well. But that's that. I can make a plan if it's gonna make it easier and draw maybe something like that. You know, that was that, and then I'm gonna show you the picture, and that was that. If you want me to do something like that, make a comment, say something. See something, say something, as they say. So if you see something you don't like, say something about it. So, suggestion. That's the last point I have, and you heard what I said. It's pretty good. If you're not interested, don't read it. If you're interested, do read it. It's, as a writer, I mean, it's a really good book. This is something you should go to. Like, if you're role model at that point. As a reading experience, it wasn't bad. I mean, it's not really classic kind, but it is really good. It talks about something that is used a lot. Yeah, you know, like, don't leave beforehand, which is at the end, but still, she knew that she'll be a fool, and she's like, I'm not gonna be fooled because I'm gonna do that. And she screwed up. It talks about that revenge is not the best thing to do a lot of times. So, oh, it's not bad. If you read it, if you liked it, say something. Yeah, I'll be happy to read anything. Any comments? I don't like it. I don't. What did I say? I don't care. When I text something, text anything you want. The book you would like me to do, maybe I read it. I'll take it in the library. I find it, I'll buy it or something, and I'll have it. Maybe you like me. Maybe you don't like me and you like do your makeup better. No, it's fine. The thing that stays the same no matter what you say, I will not do my personal life in here. Even though I have done some videos for the Instagram. Go to my Instagram as I've done before. Go see it. It's not that bad. I'm trying to get followers and all that. If you're from Instagram, it's all good. It's great. Say something like, hey, I'm from Instagram. It's gonna be good. That's that. Have a good day. I hope you liked it. If you didn't, if you have better ideas of how and what can you do with the background and apartment that is like, don't touch the bowl, don't hurt the bowl, say something. I'll be glad. If you just want to say, oh, I like your videos, also say that. My hair is almost straight from the beginning as compared to the beginning, which is also nice, weird, interesting, whatever. Anyway, have a good day. I hope you loved it. If you didn't, excuse me. Bye bye.